Hi distributors, today's video is going to be about Business Portal and Service Connect. So we talked about earlier how to set up your My settings and everything within the program, but now we're going to talk about utilizing Service Connect. So one of the first things that you're going to do and need to change is on my screen here, you have the toolbar up here that has home, help, products, services, search this site. And mine will say MindQuest and Service Connect, and yours is not. And then down here on these icons for a touchscreen and or iPad or tablet or smartphone, it also has MyQuest and Service Connect. What you're going to need to do within your settings is go to explore all your apps. And when you click on this, it brings everything up and it has your applications here. And what you want to do is you want to go down and you want to take and find Service Connect and click on Add to Favorites. Once you do that, then it will actually bring you and add Service Connect up here to what is ultimately your favorites. Okay. Once it's there, Service Connect is used for running or implementing serial numbers on compressors to pull up the bill of material and parts books and instruction books. Okay, so when you click on Service Connect either here or down here, it's the same thing. It's going to open up in another browser. Okay, now this is, of course, if you're already signed into the business portal and you're wanting to run a serial number to find something. So a couple things to take into consideration is these product companies. Okay, Chicago Pneumatic has multiple product companies with multiple serial numbers. So if you have a serial number that is AII, CAI, APF, even some WUX or WCF, ultimately that serial number should pull up. Okay, so for example, I'm going to plug in API 178917 and hit enter. I don't need to really worry about the product number, year, or FAM sold to. As long as I got the serial number, I'm okay. Uppercase, lowercase, doesn't really matter. As long as you have 3 corresponding letters and 6 digits, it should work. Now, if you are not getting a serial number to pull up within Service Connect like this, notify your RSM and we'll get you in contact with the right personnel to get your account fixed to where you should be able to see this product information. All right, so we hit enter. This is what pulls up. So we got machine basic information. This was a CPD 100G, 150 PSI machine from the factory. Here's the product number or the number that they ordered it on. This is a brand new machine, 2021. That's great. Machine characteristics. This just lets us know air-cooled, oil-cooled, or air-cooled, water-cooled, which controller it was shipped with, which variant, things of that sort. Where the bill of material part comes in, that's the components and component certificates. So if you click on this, this actually gives you, like, here's the aftercooler and the part number of that specific machine, the safety valve, the motor for this 2.2 kW, so that's the cooling fan motor. Okay, this is the main drive motor, oil filter 2,000 hours, oil cooler, electrical cubicle. This right here is the C11. That's the oil injected screw K36 millimeter or K36 C111 millimeter air end. And here's the part number for the touch controller as well. So this comes in very handy if you're just looking for, hey, I need to order a new controller or a motor or air end for this particular machine. This is the one that was actually shipped from the factory. Now, some other handy dandy stuff here, of course, is here's your instruction book. And this is actually within a program. So this actually here, when you see open application, is Explorus, which is great. And I'll go into that in just a second. We're going to look at the spare parts book. Now, spare parts book does the same thing. It gives you the Explorus option and or the download PDF. So if I just click on this PDF, it's going to download it onto my computer under downloads, no big deal. It's going to open it up into a separate tab for a second, and then it's going to come down here and download. Now, while it's doing that, let's say you were in the spare parts books, you expanded it, and it only had the open application. That's okay. Don't worry. We can still get that book into a PDF from Explorus. Now, Explorus eventually is going to be where or how everything else is going to work moving forward. But for the time being, this is just how it breaks down. So within Explorus, you can click on this right here, request a catalog, and see request catalog PDF, and it'll actually email it to you. You plug in your email, and you're good to go. Otherwise, Explorus is set up to where it's just an exploded parts view of the parts book for that machine. And it's pretty nice because you can come up here and you can click on, can, Rotair, 5 liters, consumables. You can keep scrolling down here and find the service kits for this particular machine. It's pretty handy. This is all the oil to start. And then here's the 6,000 hour maintenance kit. You can actually add it to your cart and actually shop right from here, which is actually pretty handy. But it's got all the breakdowns, and if you click on the drivetrain, it'll pull it up, and let's say you want to see the exploded view over here. Okay, you can actually make this a little bigger or zoom in and drag this around. And if you tap on the 130, put your highlight over it, it'll actually take you right to that specific part that you were just on. Okay, so this is pretty handy. This is pretty nice, especially whatever you want to go to. It's just a quicker, easier version of the book. Pretty handy, right? So that's Explorus. We're going to go back here, and here's the instruction book under Explorus, that same idea. And then in addition to, so here's our downloaded file, our parts book. So on my computer, it actually, well, I'll just open it up here. It downloaded it to downloads. So it's here, right here, if I wanted to connect it. So into my computer, this PC downloads, here it is. If I wanted to actually email it or send it to a distributor or myself or a end user, whatever the case may be. And here I just open it up in my browser. So, but that's pretty simple stuff. Another very handy thing here that Service Connect actually provides for us is if you need to reprogram this controller and you're not quite sure what it had from the factory and you're using Specify, you can actually go down here to the controller information and it'll tell you, oh, this has the Air Gen Documents Airport 1900. And if you just put your cursor over it, it'll actually tell you the rest of it. So this has got the 19005 21114 edition 32 DS5 industrial program version 32. So that's just nice because it's just a multi-brand database version 32. So you know what the controller or program was in the controller when it left the factory. So this is pretty handy. Let's run another example real quick. So we'll do one more, which is ITJ 291971. And this one is, what is this one? Oh, this is a CPVS-D 2019 machine. This number right here, product number, a bunch of zeros, 5 zeros and 5 digits is an option. So this one had a factory option. And then this is the standard part number to order it. Certificates or characteristics, certificates, components. You got, again, this is very handy. It's got the motor here, the vessel, the air end, the UL label. Well, and the parts books and instruction books are still actually loading. And here's our instruction book. And there's a supplement, which is good. So we have the standard parts book or instruction book, and then there's a supplement to it. And then on the spare parts side, we have just one spare parts book, which is great. No controller information on this one and no other data. So that does happen from time to time. But for the most part, you're going to have everything that you need right here. This is pretty handy. So that's pretty much Service Connect. So as long as you have a serial number that consists of 3 letters and 6 digits, you can plug it in here. Atlas Copco, Quincy, it doesn't really matter. Well, you plug it in here. Most of the time, you should be able to get the information that you need on that machine. So, if you have any questions, like I said, go ahead and reach out to your local RSM. Make sure that your access is working. You have a login and password. And if you don't have a serial number pulling up, just let them know and they'll get that over to the right admin person and get it corrected for you so you can see it moving forward. So, thanks. Have a great day.